I'm going to go over the third passage in our writing and provide a conclusion and 2 reasons for the relevancy of the writing. So the passage says, recently we have lost community members in a large fire. It only seems logical now that we start implementing fire safety presentations or courses in our schools. The last thing we want to happen is for more tragedies to occur, especially in our schools. The fire safety training will prevent this community from losing any more lives. Educational programs provide the best way to go if we want to avoid future disasters of this type. So, the conclusion is a little self-explanatory, and it's that education needs to be implemented to the masses in order to prevent disasters from happening or to cope with disasters. My first reason is it only seems logical now that we start implementing fire safety presentations or courses in our schools. This is a formal fallacy. It's straight to the point, and this is what we need to do, and this is why it's right. And there's no convincing, nothing. The writer is very certain of what needs to happen. My second reason is educational programs provide the best way to go if we are to avoid future disasters of this type. The writer is definitely saying that in order to prevent or cope with disasters, then the public needs to know what to do. Because if you're in a disaster and you don't know what to do, chances are you're not going to do the right thing. This type of writing is definitely not persuasive or, any sort of hiding the truth to get across their point. It's very straight up, and if you want the society or community to be better at responding to emergencies, then we need to teach them how. So it's not really any sort of intense fallacy. It's more so of like informational / this is what we should do and why. Not so much why, but more so using words like best, logical, things like that to convince the reader that this is something that should happen. So that is my response on the third passage and the fallacies that are used and the conclusions and the reasons. So that is my response, and yes, I also agree with the writer, but that's besides the point, but yes.